Yo people, it's your boy Richard Morse back at it again, another match preview, and this time it's West Ham away for Bournemouth. Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. Historically, against West Ham, we don't tend to usually get much out of this game. The few times I've gone to that stand, it's just been, not a great results. And unfortunately, I won't be at the game because of work reasons. I won't be able to make it. I won't be able to do a watch-along either. Unfortunately, I will be working as the game's being played, so by the time I finish work, the game would have been finished. So I'll just have to do a reaction when I can. It is what it is, unfortunately. But I was kind of looking forward to this game because I always love going to the away games because, one, my brother lives in London, so it's always good to go to London and see him and then have a catch-up with him, watch a game with him. But unfortunately, because of work reasons, I can't do it, so it is what it is. But it's going to be an interesting one. Like, on paper, we should be the favourites going into the game, but let's not kid ourselves. West Ham have really started to improve recently. Somerville has just started banging goals out of nowhere. Bowen is showing up, and they're starting to get a little bit of form. I feel like because they're so near, are they still in the relegation zone? Yeah, they're still in the relegation zone, but they're this close to getting out of it. They're only 3 points behind Forest. I feel like they've got this urgency and this determination. We can get out of this, and we are going to get out of this relegation zone. So it's going to be an interesting one for us. Like I said, historically, we don't tend to get much out of this game. So, in terms of a score prediction, as much as I want to say we're going to win this game 2-0 or 1-0, I think it's going to be a lot closer than that. I think if we are going to win it, it'll be like a 2-1 win. But it'll be very much down to the wire. I think if we start off strong, going with Ray and Krupi, Adley, Ever, and just attack, I think we could get something out of them. But problem is, at home, West Ham have really started to get some momentum and get a bit of a run going. So going to London Stadium is not going to be an easy task for us. And I feel like in terms of team selection, I pretty much think this is going to be it here. It's going to be Evan Nilsson up top. We're basically going to keep the same team. If you have a winning team, you don't tend to break it unless because of injuries or other things. Maybe instead of Cook, it might be Tyler Adams. I know Tyler Adams has been training recently, so it looks like he may make an appearance. I don't think he'll start. If he does make an appearance, I think Tyler Adams will probably come on second half. We'll probably start with Cook, then bring on Tyler Adams and Toff. And that's all I've really got to say about that, really. I do apologise for my last watch along. I was going to try and do it, but my Streamlabs and my just streaming service in general has just all been a bit problems with it. I've had so many technical difficulties the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to resolve it as much as I can, but it's just one of those things where for some reason the access will get revoked or I have to wait a few days to apply for it again. It's some stupid shit like that, really. So it's one of those where in terms for Bournemouth, if we do win this game, we'll get obviously 3 more points and we'll go up to 40 points, which is, usually people say if you get to 40 points, you're pretty much safe from relegation zone. You're kind of safe. And considering we've got 12 games to go, we do need to just keep getting up that table as far as we can. So even if we do start to kind of drop off towards the end, we should be fine. Is all I got to say there. So we have to get the 40 points to say pretty much stay in the league, which is, at this point, is kind of what we expect to do in the season. Could we make a push for a European spot? I think we have the potential to do it, but the likeliness of us doing it, I don't know. We've had a pretty good run of games recently, and even against teams like Villa, where we got a draw, all right, we'll take it. It is what it is. But, we just need to try and get as many points as we can. Obviously, depending on how Everton do, how Brentford do recently in the next couple of games, they could really play into our favour and push us further up, but, unfortunately, our goal difference is -2, so that doesn't really help us. If we're going to win this game, we're going to have to win 3-0, 4-0 and keep a clean sheet. If we keep stuck in this negative goal difference, it's just going to not help us out, especially when it comes to a European spot, because if English teams get really far in the league, in the Champions League, that will push us on to having 5 spots instead of 4, which means the other brackets will go down to 8. And we're only 9 now, so, if we really want to get a European spot, we have to keep winning. Draws aren't really going to cut it anymore at this point for us. But I hope we can get a European run. I do feel like we are one of those teams that, based on our season, I do think we do deserve it. I know we went for a bad run of 12 games of not wins, but it wasn't like we lost 12 games in a row. It was, we had near wins, but ended up being draws. We drew against games where we should have lost. And, we kept fighting. It wasn't like we just sacked off the league and gave it up. But it's going to be one of those games. We'll just see how it goes and hope for the best. That's all I can really say. So, yeah, good luck to everybody that's going to the game. Unfortunately, I wish I could be there with you, but work, man. It is what it is. We move, lads. And I'll be back for the home game next week, and we'll see how we go from there. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching my preview. I've been your boy, Richard Morse. Up there, cheers. Hopefully we get the win, and I'll catch you guys for the reaction video. See you later.